Okay, so I've made a start on my article. I'm not going to write the full thing for you, but I've just shown you how I've kind of taken some of my notes and ideas from my plan and started forming them into my actual written article. So what I've done at the top is just made sure I've got a title, so that's thinking about the criteria relating to the format and layout and organisation of your piece of writing. I know that this is meant to be a magazine article, so they would always have a title. What I would probably do is also just put my name underneath there so it looks a bit more realistic, because magazine or newspaper articles usually have the author's name somewhere near the top as well. And then what I've done is I've just colour coded this, so the pink paragraph is my introduction. So that's quite a general explanation and introduction to the topic I'm talking about. There's no personal opinions in there yet, there's no arguments in there really yet. This is just kind of easing the reader in so that they know what they're reading about. And then the second paragraph here is where I start with my arguments. So I am doing it as more of a discussion. So the language that I'm using is things like on the one hand, however, just to show that I'm kind of weighing up different sides of an argument here and I'm showing the different opinions that people could have. So thinking of my plan where I had, is it right, yes and no, I've gone into this here. So on the one hand, celebrities know what they're getting into and it's no surprise that fame pushes a person into the spotlight and ultimately it is their job. However, all people, regardless of career, deserve a work-life balance, and even the highest profile celebs should be entitled to a private life with things like health and family off limits. So what I would probably do is, once I've done that one paragraph, I'll go back to my plan and I'll kind of cross off the things that I've already spoken about. This just helps me to keep organised, to make sure that I don't repeat myself or get flustered or get lost in everything I'm writing, and helps me to keep my argument strong throughout and know what I've got to talk about next and what I've got left to mention. So that I don't kind of end my article missing out big chunks that I wanted to talk about. So I'll go through and kind of cross out the different things that I've spoken about, maybe highlight, underline or circle things, or put a little star next to something to make me think, oh yeah, that's a good point, I definitely want to talk about that next. So then I would go back and do my next paragraph. What I would do when I finish then is go to the proofreading. So that's when you're looking for fine things like punctuation, spelling, and your grammar. So what you want to do is read it back to yourself at least twice, just listening out and thinking, does this have the flow that it needs to have? Does this meet the criteria? Does this sound fit for purpose? Like, does this sound like a student magazine article? Have I got that right? Is it fit for purpose and audience? Is it formal enough? Is it not formal enough? That kind of thing. So I would say read it back to yourself, read it slowly, because that makes it a lot easier to kind of pick out what's good and what's not, and then you can go back and edit when you're proofreading as well. Do not get to the end and then just submit it or finish. Please, please, please make sure you proofread your work.